Hi, my name is Steve Sunyich. I'm CEO of Ideal Financial Solutions. We're going to spend a few minutes and look at an example of one of our clients' financial analysis. All right, I want to take you through our financial analysis for one of our clients. We've changed the name here to protect their identity. We're going to call them John and Jane Doe. As I kind of scroll through this, I'm going to scroll through some of the pages kind of quickly. This first page is really just a cover page. The second page is a letter that goes through some specific information that is unique to them and their plan. I want to talk for a minute about page 3 because there's some interesting information on here that I think will be meaningful. In this top section, we're talking about the real estate they own or the property that they currently are invested in. You can see here that this person just had one property. If they had multiple properties, they would all be listed here. We're looking for the values of their property. We're looking for the loan to value that they have with the equity that's in this piece of real estate. If you come down here and look at this next section, this is showing the debts that they currently have. In this first column over here on the left, you can see all the names of each of the creditors that they currently owe money to. In the next column, it's showing the types of debt. You can see that there are credit card debts, car loans, auto loans, medical debts, student loans, all types of secured and unsecured debts in this column. The next area is the balances that they owe on each one of those debts. The next column is the interest that they currently owe on each of those debts. This is the minimum payment that they have to make each month to service that debt. And this is the actual payment that they pay each month to be able to pay down some of their debts a little bit quicker. And the last column is showing how many years it will take them to pay off each one of these debts based on this current schedule of payments that they're currently making. And you can see down here, they plan to be debt-free in 27.9 years, and we'll be talking about that number. Page 4 is talking about their current evaluation, and this is really comparing them to national averages and showing them some statistics there. Page 5 is talking about the interest that they're currently going to pay, and you can see in this one graph here that they're almost going to pay as much in interest as they are in principal. The next page that we're going to talk about is their income, and it's going to give them some comparisons so they can see how they stack up against national averages. It's also going to show them that their total amount of payments that they make each and every month on their debt is $3,442. And this bottom number is showing their debt to income ratio. This is showing them that they're a little bit above 50%. And based on that number, these people are probably going a little deeper in debt every month and slowly sinking down the slippery slopes into financial ruin. So we're going to show them ways of freeing up additional cash that will show them how to lower this debt to income ratio without them getting a second job or having to go sign all their friends and family up into some kind of a home-based business. The next area we're going to talk about and go over is their retirement. And if you look at this graph here, you can see that the red graph is showing them how their debts are going to pay off over the 27.9 years. And the green bar is showing what kind of financial retirement plan they'll have in place at the end of that period of time. Page 8 gives another graph here showing some additional statistics, which we can go over at another time. I just want to skip down to page 9 because this is really where the rubber meets the road. If you look here on page 9, under the options, this is showing the services that our program is actually offering them based on their program. And again, everything we're trying to do for this client is to help free up as much money as we can so that we can help lower their debt to income ratio. Under the red column here, you can see that this is the information that we've already covered. They put any extra money they have into their retirement plan, so there is no extra money at the end of the month. The interest that they're scheduled to pay is a little over $220,000. They're currently scheduled to be out of debt in 27.9 years, and they're going to have a little over $312,000 in wealth potential or in retirement at the end of that 27.9 years. Now, if you look with me under the blue column right here, this is what our program can do for them. We can put $756 back in their pocket each and every month. They can use that money to reduce their debt to income ratio. If they're starting a business, they can use that money to help finance their new business. That's money they can use any way that they want. They need to use a little bit of that money to hopefully get their debt to income ratio down in line so that they can stop the hemorrhaging and the increased debt. We're going to have them to where they're paying less than $100,000 in interest. We're going to have them out of debt in exactly 10 years. And at the end of that 27.9 years when they were going to have $312,000 in interest, we're going to have over $1.7 million in their retirement account. If you look in this last column, this is showing the difference of what our program is doing for them. We're freeing up an extra $756. We're saving them $120,000 in interest. We're saving them 17.9 years in time that they'll be debt-free. And we're saving them or increasing the amount of retirement they have to over $1.4 million. I want to show you one more set of numbers here. These numbers here are in the red column are exactly the same as the number above. If they take that $756 that we're saving for them and they put all of that into this plan to power down and to get out of debt as quickly as possible, we can have them paying less than $70,000 in interest, being completely debt-free, home mortgage, everything in 7.4 years, and now having over $2.6 million, almost $2.7 million in their retirement account. That's an increase of almost $2.4 million. I think you can see why this is an exciting program for people and why this is something that we really want to do for every one of our clients, is to get this analysis in front of them so they can see what kind of benefit this program can do for them. If you look at this graph, you can see that the red line now is their original debt program that they're currently on, stretching over here for the 27.9 years. The blue is our program of getting them out of debt, and the green is showing the kind of wealth that they can build over the 27.9 years where they were barely going to be getting out of debt and have $312,000 in retirement. With our program, they could have several million dollars in retirement when they get to that point. Page 10 is just, again, another summary showing them on the top here the principal and interest that they're going to pay on their current plan versus the principal and interest they're going to pay on our plan. The blue is right here showing them the kind of interest that we're going to save them and help them to build a retirement plan that's going to be significantly different. The final page I want to talk about is page 11, and this is our guarantee. We guarantee anyone that is on our fully automated service that if they're not completely debt-free in the time frame that our program says that they'll be debt-free, we will pay off all the remaining balances that they owe, and they will be debt-free when that plan tells them they'll be debt-free. I want to thank you for spending this time with us today, and I want to invite you to take advantage of our 15-day free trial and see what this program can do for you.